Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Saki here, and today we're going to be coming back with another live stream. We're going to be playing the brand new survivor, Matador. Matador is a really fun survivor, a really great survivor. I think he's going to be a very meta survivor. If you don't know what he does, basically, he's a little bit like Mercenary, but he's also kind of got like Flywheel built into his kit. Every single time he dashes, he does a little spin attack at the end of his dash, and that spin attack is what prevents him from taking damage. You can do it at a range, or you could do it in the same place you're in. Which means that either you could move if you want to, or you could just stand in place, avoid damage. Let's say it's something like a Ripper, Foggy Blade, or like an Axe Blade Soul coming at you. You could just do this ability in place and it'll avoid damage. Or if you want movement, then you can also move or move towards the hunter, and then you can bounce off the hunter. You'll get a speed boost, and they will get slowed down. So I have tested it. Generally, you're gonna want to use this ability to hit the hunter if you're not going to use it in place, because not only do you move faster, but you also slow them down by 50%, which is a significant debuff to the hunter. You could also use it to vault over pallets and windows, though, if you'd like to do that. And every single time you use this ability, you are going to gradually build up what I call the painting, like the painting of this character. So just like Painter has a painting where if the hunter looks at the painting, you're going to be able to force the hunter to be distracted by it. This character also has the same thing where he drops what I call the red apron. And if the hunter sees it, they have to go towards it. It only lasts 8 seconds, and it does take time to charge like an Enchantress stun. So you don't have it at the start of the game, but you do gradually get it. And you get it every time for every second you're in the hunter, or every time you use your ability. And the closer you are to the hunter, the faster you also get your ability. Just having a heartbeat already charges this ability so much. Or not so much, but you only need to be standing by the hunter for 20 seconds before you're able to use this ability twice, and you'll be able to have that strong red apron ability. It's a very strong ability. If you're ever stuck in like a really bad pallet or window, that's a great time to use it. This guy doesn't really have any debuffs. I mean, you guys saw right there, it's mostly buffs, and he does have this other small buff where if you already hit the hunter in this game or in a certain game, then you can also grab other survivors with you. I haven't ever gotten to do that one time yet, but I have pushed the hunter into a pallet and then immediately stunned them, which was a lot more fun. That is a lot more fun to do. And then finally, we have this ability where every time the hunter swings, you move 10% slower. Alright, but I don't really know what this is referring to. I've never really felt this. I don't even know if it's there. I mean, it's probably there, right? But I haven't been able to feel it. Maybe today we'll focus a little bit more on every time hunter's swinging. We'll see if we feel slower. But this is not like the Archer debuff where when you leave the hunter's terror radius, you move slower for like a certain amount of time. I'm pretty sure this is strictly while the attack is ongoing. So if the hunter's charging, I assume that is a longer attack. So then during that whole charging phase, they're going to be moving. They're going to be making you move slower. So against certain hunters like Percy or Wai Wuching, that could definitely make a difference. It means that they could start charging from further away, knowing that you're going to slow down for that duration. But it's really not a big deal. He gets 10% faster vault. That's the last number. Basically, Mercenary Coordinator. Your regular 10% fast vaulters. So I think he's going to be pretty good. I think he's going to have a lot of versatility to him. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it is going to be not easy to use him. After all, he is kind of like a flywheel character, and you can get hit while you're dashing. So even though you can't get hit while you're spinning, you could get hit mid-dash. So you really got to be careful with it. So yeah. So when the hunter's clown, we just die. Okay, not exactly. So obviously, you don't want to dash into the hunter. If you dash into the hunter, the clown dash will hit you before you hit them. Kind of like forward. You know, same thing with forward. If you try to hit the hunter from the front, obviously you're going to get hit before you hit them. But if you use your ability in place and you can bait them to come towards you during that 1 second of spin, you are going to be able to cancel their dash, and you are going to be able to move faster from it. No, we're not going to ban clown. I'm not going to ban clown today. Yo, Big Side, good seeing you on the co stage the other day. Great job. You will be the background entertainment while I do some work. Thank you so much, Fabian FPS. By the way, while we're waiting here, because it looks like it might take some time, thank you everyone who came over to watch the Koa stream, came over on Saturday to support PR. That's my team, by the way. We have Numer on the team. We had Zach. We had Ken's. And, of course, we had our Hunter KX. We all went as prepared as we could. And I think as a individual, I think I did really well. Because after all, I don't just kite, I don't just rescue. I also help tell the team what we need to do, what ciphers to do, when we need to heal, when we need to get off, when we need to play slow. Basically, the whole time, there's someone in your ear, or not during the kite, of course, but basically almost always whenever someone is doing something that doesn't require like kiting, you tell them where to go, what to do next, stuff like that, who's rescuing. And it's like a constant thing, and all while you have to play the game as well. And I have Numer to help me out, and of course we had Zach and Ken's listen to us, and they follow our instructions very well. And yeah, I think we played it really well. Round 1, we did a very good job making sure that Goman just could not find anyone after 67 years after the first person died. I mean, that is a very strong feat. That Goman is having trouble finding someone. He has all these cages and he can't do anything with it. So that was very good. And then round 2, we had a very bad start, and we were going into the gates being opened with 3 people. But then a split-second choice, before I could even say anything, before I could even call out, before I could even warn them, hey, don't pop without borrowed time, they just didn't. They died, and it was also basement. So it was really, really unfortunate, but I think we handled the mid-game best as we could. Pit also gave a free rescue on the Shadow match, which definitely made the mid-game a lot easier. Like, he used the Ghost when I was in front of the chair, which you should never do that because you cannot swing in that animation. It's just a free rescue. And now he has to choose, does he want to go after the novice or does he want to go after me? And he went after the novice, so I got away, no damage. That made the mid-game so much easier because now I don't have to heal. But, again, things happen. I think our survivors, we played that as best as we could. With a little bit more information, we could have made a better choice at the end game of a go-man match. Because I did end up going for the rescue, not knowing is my teammate getting chased? Is my teammate not getting chased? Is my teammate hiding? Like, what is he doing? But he wasn't saying anything in voice chat, and that is the one downside. We didn't get to really have much practice with Ken's on voice chat because he is a European player and it is very late for him. So, unfortunately, maybe that ended up hurting us a little bit. So I had to make a bold choice, and we just ended up getting one person out instead of me going out for the gate or for the dungeon. Didn't know what was going on. Worst case scenario, if I stand on the dungeon and public can't escape, we get 0 people out, so. And then, of course, the Shadow match. I should have said something sooner, but you can make an argument you probably should know not to pop without borrowed time. At the end of the day, I should have said something ahead of time before it was too late. I think our survivors did as best as we could for what we had given. And, of course, I'm not going to beat around the bush. I think everyone here knows that our Hunter KX was extremely nervous. He plays very good Hunters, and he plays very well. But this is the second tournament now that not only has he gone and round 1, which is like, listen, I'm going to be honest, it's such a cop-out. Like, I know he doesn't play Ann. We all know he doesn't play Ann. Yes, he does play Ann. I should say he does play Ann, but he doesn't play Ann round 1. He knows that. He has lots of other stronger Hunters. He can play Opera, Go-Man, Hula Blue, Shadow. Opted with none of them, and he went with Ann. And on top of that, he missed a couple cats, and those couple cats made it very easy to kite him. Obviously, when your Hunter is missing abilities, it becomes a lot easier to kite the Hunter. It's basically like Hunter without abilities. So, in the future, one of the things we need to work on as a team is of course communicating more as a survivor team, and we could always get better there. But I will admit we should probably find some way to help our Hunter too, because I think our Hunter just died to nerves. Our Hunter just died to nerves 2 rounds in a row, or maybe not the second round. I don't know so much about the second round, but the first round, what I hear, what I've seen, it's really unfortunate. So. Never speak to me about that loop. Yeah, the small bow loop. They're gonna be talking about it in like, oh, they 5 cyber guided, like gonna be going into Omni's gonna be going into Koa, and the first thing they're gonna be mentioning these commentators like, oh, they went to the tournament 5 cyber kiting the first Hunter, absolute show in the first bracket matchup they had. It's just, I feel so bad for KX. All right. Anyway. Back to streaming, back to actually playing the character. Now that we're done waiting, I've only played a few matches with this character. I'm not gonna lie, it might be difficult because this is not like one of those characters that's like, oh, you just press a button and your ability just works. There's a lot of like camera turning you have to do, and you got to charge your ability. You have to think about what you want to do. I don't know. Okay, so like here in this situation. Slowing down Qus in his speed up is going to be one of the best things we can do. After all, he really relies on that. Of course, abusing windows and pallets. Or not pallets so much, but pallet boosts. And just windows in general are going to be very good against Qus. And we will have the red, the muleta, or the red apron, as I like to call it. Happens to be it's not going to be as good against hunters that naturally carry fast pallet breaking. Because if it's something like Peddler, the hunter that never carries faster pallet breaking, like that's great. Because you just make him break a pallet that they would normally ignore, and they're just going to be so slow doing it. Because they don't run faster pallet breaking on their build, so it's going to be a lot better. Usually something that they would ignore, they're forced to respect, they're forced to break, giving you a lot of distance. So we'll see. The hunter's not going to chase us, so we're going to farm a little bit of our ability. We're probably not going to need it. In the worst case scenario, we have our ability charged up pretty decently well. BQ is stuff for me as well. We'll try. Looks like we're not going to be first chase though. That's really interesting. He blocked off Big Bow. Maybe he doesn't have Cypher block on his persona web, but usually hunters when they spawn in that position, Big Bow is blocked, so they don't usually go there because there's no need to. The Cypher's protected already. But he went there anyway. I guess he really wanted to chase the Composer. It means that he is a little bit behind. Well, not a little bit behind, but he does start a little bit behind having to travel that distance. It is Qus, but it does mean he has to use some balls or save him and just walk longer. So we'll see. What did that do? Okay. So you see the ability right below the muleta. Right below this red ability, right here, this red square, there is another ability of like us holding something out. I wonder if we might actually be able to help here. I don't think we need to. We're not going to need to. We'll hold on to it. We might need to use it here though. There we go. Hold the camera out. I mean, it's a little bit of distance. It slows down the hunter. I don't think he'll make the next pallet though. I think he's a little bit overcommitted trying to go shack. I think that's a little too far. I mean, probably better here than anywhere else though. I don't think we can do this Cypher. Do we have another one? We do have another one. Turns out we actually are going to be able to do the Cypher. Listen, our Cypher, whether we do Shore or this Cypher, it's going to get blocked by Qus regardless. The only difference is that I'm going to take way longer to walk. Is he actually going to choose to not chase? Okay. So we do have to be careful of a soccer ball here. We also have the... red apron ability. Just gotta watch out for the suck ball here, and he needs to watch out for the suck ball too. No terror shock, thankfully. We just need the Composer to die away with Tide Turn. We don't need him to rebound, we just need him to die away from the Cypher so we don't get chaired on here. Looks like he's prioritizing kiting though, which... Unless he uses the suck ball on me, he's probably gonna die to a suck ball here, so I don't really see the point in trying to kite. Let's see if we can help him out here. Because we have a... he's running away now, okay. In fact, he might not even be getting chased here, because this is a little bit strange what this hunter's doing right here. Yeah, thought so. They're probably going to go after Mercenary here. But he doesn't have any suck ball, he doesn't have any ability. Okay, the best thing we can do right now is we need to decode another Cypher here, or heal the Composer. Those are both fine options. Probably going to need to go rescue here, most likely. They're healing, that's fine. Okay. So we're just going to start the next Cypher machine. And in this situation, you got to play the game slow. My Cypher's not going to shake here, so we may as well do it while it's not shaking. Okay, he did end up getting seen. They kind of healed in a bad spot, I'm not going to lie. He shouldn't really heal in the middle of Big Bow. Okay. Mercenary's got that Cypher. We probably do not necessarily need to help him. Most likely we don't need to help him. I think it would be better if we would help the Composer here. Do we need to, though? Do we need to? I think Fire Investigator's already there, though, and at this point you want to have people split away from each other, especially like a hunter with high mobility. If you try to do the gate, and you have 3 people sitting on the same gate, he's going to scare all those 3 people off. He's going to reach that gate real quick. So Mercenary Cypher is going to be primed here in time. We already know he has Tide Turner, so we don't need to really help him. We don't need to help the guy off chair, because we are going to have the Cypher prime. We don't need to help the Cypher, because the Cypher is going to be primed, so we're just going to go straight to gate. And yeah, make sure we're not wasting our items when we don't need to be using our items. My only concern is, does he have borrowed time? I don't remember if he has. Yes, he does have borrowed time. Okay, so he does survive. That's good. Suck ball, the classic name of the pool balls. Exactly. Suck ball, dude. He has trump card. Or not trump card. He had, actually, I don't really know what he has. He must not have trump card is what I mean. Because he just wasted his blink right there. Whether or not he hits the composer, he would not use the blink there. He would save it for like a teleport. You would need to save the blink there for a teleport and hope that you can knock down the composer quick. Once he uses that blink, it just opens up everyone. But yeah. Long story short, thank you everyone who came over, watched the PR matches. Really appreciate it. And yeah, we'll be back. PR is still sticking together, don't worry. I think a lot of people, in fact, see the raw potential our survivors have. And I'm sure if we can find a way to help KX's nerves down a little bit. 3-game win streak, by the way. Or, what's that 3-game win streak? What do we get? What do we get for that? We got... So, oh no, we don't have any win streak. That was solo win bonus. Never mind. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll try to see. Something needs to be done about KX's nerves. I mean, I feel him. I feel him. I'm the exact same way. Or I was a lot more in his position. Now, I'm not so much in his position like I once was. But man, like, I feel for the guy. The Miki commentary was on? Miki commentated? Or you mean, oh, okay, you mean in the server. In the server. That'd be crazy if Miki was a commentator. You want Psyche win? Thank you. There was lots of support on Twitter too. I have a feeling the reason there was so much support for PR is because there's so much hate for the other team we were up against, so they don't really have a choice. I don't know if all the people supporting PR, like, how many of them actually even know the players? I don't know. A lot of people were giving love for Zach, which I found surprising because I didn't even know Zach had his name out there. No offense. But I didn't even know people knew about Zach. But yeah, of course, people know about me. People know about Numer. But I wonder just how many people were just rooting for PR just because everyone hated Omni. Like, they heard that Omni said some bad stuff. And now PR is like, PR gotta beat Omni, right? Javik? Yeah, Javik is Zach. Did the Hunter ban Matador? Okay, they didn't ban anything. I was like thinking, I get scared when I don't see any bans on the first page. And then I don't see any bans on the second page. Okay. But no, the Hunter just didn't ban anything. Javik got support because it's a popular arcane ship. I don't know what arcane is. Arcane ship. Is that a game? He and the commentators say Javik over and over made me cry. I don't understand what's going on with the name there. Is the name supposed to be a joke? Pretty sure the commentators were saying how you were low-key the best IDV consecrator and the best in the biz. Okay, to be fair, those commentators know me. I've commentated with those commentators. Wait a minute, isn't that biased? I've literally commentated with those commentators. They're out here saying I'm the best player, best consecrator, best in the biz. I commentated with them in Call of Abyss. I was there, commentating with Poch. I was there with Nell Mello. Dude, I was there with Ellie. And, who's the other girl that Ellie... I was subbing in for her. I don't remember her name, but the reason I was commenting is because I was subbing in for her. I can't remember her name. What was her name? Oh man, I actually don't really know how this interaction works with Matador right here. But yeah, does anyone remember her name? Chow Chow, yeah, Chow Chow. Chow Chow, so obviously I know Chow Chow, because I know Ellie, and Ellie will talk to me about, like, about me to Chow Chow, I assume, at some point. She knows me. Like how Saki didn't know Mercenary's name. Listen, that was a one-off thing. That was a one-off thing. I don't know what happened that day. Alright. Listen, if Gamekeeper uses his hook one time, I think... Oh, no, but they're not chasing me. What am I even strategizing for? It's just... Okay, forget about it. Let's just have a decoding simulator. Nice pallet stun, though. Who is that? That's Acrobat. Nice pallet stun. We do have to be careful of Warp, obviously, and Teleport. But Gamekeeper on Arms Factory, it's very likely Blink, or some even run Peepers. Because it does help to slow down the Survivor to actually hook them. It does... There is some synergy with Gamekeeper with the importance of catching Survivors with your hook before they can turn the corner in time. Okay, we're going to use our ability here again, since we're for sure not going to get chased, just to farm up our more powerful... I would say more powerful, but it turns out it's not as powerful against Gamekeeper. Because this ability has a very short range. Both our abilities actually have a very short range. So I would say we're a little bit of a downside here. We're at a little bit of a disadvantage here. But if we can keep the Gamekeeper close to us, keep him in close quarters, that's going to be our key here. That's going to be our key. Another strategy we could do, which I didn't get to say, is I'm assuming... Listen, I'm assuming... Man, I actually don't know how the interaction works, though. Listen, I'm assuming that when we spin in a circle and the hook connects to us, that it'll treat it like a wall, right? It won't hook the Survivor. Because that's what happens at least when you flywheel, or when you hook a flywheeling Survivor, when they use flywheel. Okay, that's after half. He's going a little bit too late. He needed to go sooner there. Alright, we're going to use our ability again. It's going to be a hard match. It's going to be a hard match. Did PR have good synergy? Me and Numer, we have gotten used to each other very well, being the in-game leaders, making the shots. But our other two teammates, they were... Listen, I can't really speak so much for Ken's, because Ken's wasn't even on mic most of the practices. But Zach always had his mic open, but he was just very, very quiet. As the matches progressed, Zach not only started speaking up, but he started calling more and more shots, which is very good to see. It makes my life so much easier as a result when people do that. When people give me info that I can work with. We'll see. When people give me info that I can work with and I can use that info to make a choice about what cipher we should do and what we should do next, it helps so much. He does have peepers. Okay. That's what I expected. Can we dodge? No, we're not going to be able to dodge. I didn't try using the ability in place. If we tap it, we might be able to actually have it work in time. Okay, we're going to do something a little different here. He has to look at this, right? Does he? Does he not? Oh, he goes out of range. That's a very smart move. Okay, that's very clever. Okay. Yeah, so the range is very small. The range is very small. It's... Wow, so that wall... Wow, even with a wall right behind him, he can still just walk away from it. Okay, that's good to know. I mean, that's always the way it's gonna be with these characters, right? Like, with stuff like that, that's not written in the book. It doesn't say, okay, another after have rescue. What are we doing here? With stuff like that, that doesn't say in the book exactly. Well, it does say, but obviously, we don't really have a good understanding of like what meters are in this game. It just takes practice. So it's a very small range, though. It doesn't go very far. That's kind of the synergy, though, of the pallet boost. Is the pallet boost, they have to look away, and you can boost away with the pallet boost. So I should have just boosted away and gone behind the corner, and that would have saved me from the hook. Okay, I expected that. This guy is going way too late. 2 times in a row. He's going way too late on the rescue. Honestly, 3 times in a row. He's going way too late 3 times in a row. He came too late on the Lucky Guy's rescue, came too late on my rescue, and then even though he was late and he was already here, he somehow managed to still come late again. Just waiting there. Come on, dude. Give this guy a rescue guide. So yeah, these the longer range hunters, I imagine, are gonna have a much easier time countering this guy, because you don't really go very far. You don't really go very far, but To be fair, I didn't try hitting the hunter up close. Like I said, I don't know every single hunter interaction right now. That maybe we could have just spammed the button, and we might have been able to beat the gamekeeper from hitting us when he hooked me that first time. I don't know. But I knew for sure that dropping the red apron was going to be too far away. I knew that was going to be too far away on that window. But then the pallet, that was too far away from the pallet. It was pretty obvious that we were going to do that, but... what other choice is there? The other choice is playing the pallet and maybe boosting to the window. But we already didn't have a window boost, so it didn't really make much of a... Actually, I think it would have been a better play. I think it would have been a better play. But then the pallet boost stalls a lot too. But I don't think it would beat the hook. Like, he would catch up to us, and we would end up in the same problem. Yeah, he was taking down the peepers so the peepers don't stack, right, guys? Right. I like these post-match reflection modes. I agree. Obviously, I agree because I've been playing this game for literally years. So I've played enough matches in my lifetime to not need instant matches, instant dopamine. But more seriously, like, I remember back when the game first came out. And it was very normal to wait like 3 to 5 minutes for each match, and that actually allowed you to think about the match and actually be better at your character, at just the game in general. I really want to know this, so I'm going to just test this right now. But it's kind of hard though because I have to be spamming both buttons on both screens. It's okay, we can do it. We're gonna have this guy on one account. My alt account is gonna be Gamekeeper. I'm playing on 2 devices right now. I want to test this because if I could have avoided that basic kid, then this guy is gonna be very good as a first kite against Gamekeeper because he drags you in, but the hook won't do damage. And even with presence and the hook doing damage, it's still gonna take several hooks to kill you. So let's see here. I'm just gonna spam the attack button and spam the ability button and see which one works first. Well, it looks like you can just spam the ability button. Let's try it one more time. Yeah, you can absolutely beat him. I should have been able to beat him. I should have just been spamming the button. Okay. Yeah, you can ping every 3 seconds now. Okay, so that's good to know that Gamekeeper doesn't even have enough time to hit you. Which is different from other survivors. Like, I mean, you could try with Enchantress, but it's not recommended. But stuff like Antiquarian, you'll never be able to be Gamekeeper if you get hooked as Antiquarian. So that's interesting. That's interesting. That there is absolutely no delay. A lot of comps with Muleta blocks, yeah. That's to be expected. His ability is literally like a built-in flywheel. It's just basically flywheel, if I'm being honest. So those montages are more like flywheel montages, if anything, with a different texture on it. He's Painter with a permanent flywheel? Yeah, he's Painter. Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying here. That Painter should have gotten this kind of rework. They shouldn't be giving this to a brand new survivor. They should be doing something about Painter not having anything early game. But instead, they just put it on this survivor, and they made it rechargeable. And it's so stupid. There's so many things going on for this survivor that Painter just has none of it. Like, Painter has a bigger range. But the sad part is that I feel painting's actually still a little bit worse than this ability that the Matador has. It's because, dude, I've tested it. You can even stop a hunter mid-attack dropping that thing. Like, it's instant. It instantly attracts hunter if they're looking at it. With the painting, there has to be half a second of you dropping the painting before the hunter will actually start following it. And it happens so often where I will hit a painter as they're dropping their painting in the animation because there's a little bit of a delay before the hunter actually starts focusing on it. And it will just get canceled or it won't even drop. I don't know, man. It's not good. But this, I've tested it. It's basically the original painter. Original painter had instant painting. Like, as soon as you drop the painting, before he finished the animation, Hunter's already walking to where the painting is going to appear after he finishes the animation. Same thing with this guy. Same thing with this survivor. As soon as he drops this, if the hunter is looking at it, they are instantly attracted to it. Even if you're in the middle of vaulting it, the game doesn't even wait for you to finish the vault. The hunter will instantly be attracted and follow it and wait for you to finish the vault before they start breaking the pallet. Or vault the window. It just doesn't make any sense. This is basically a better version of Painter. The old Painter, to be fair, had 3 paintings, basically infinite range on the painting. Like, yes, they've definitely had a nerf Painter. But I still feel like Painter, even in his most powerful form, you can't deny that Painter had a very big downside of just having nothing early game. So a lot of these hunters nowadays with stackable abilities and a lot of abilities on top of each other makes it very, well, not very easy, but a lot easier to get the first hit on him so that you can later blink them. Let's pick this survivor before someone steals him. No, they banned it! Okay, never mind. Thief it is then. Oh no, but it steals memory. That's kind of bad. Okay, they're talking to us. Hold up, 1 second. Thank you for the donation. I'm gonna assume that's autocorrect. Oh man, they recognize us. Okay. Okay, I gotta play this match. We gotta do our best here. Seer is not gonna be easy, but hopefully they'll call for the Owl. Owl is a very strong ability in this game. Yo, thank you so much to Gur4H4. I haven't been here in so long, but I loved watching you in Koa. Have some Californian dollars, Tofu. Okay. Thank you so much, Tofu. I was wondering who that was for a second. I'm like, who is this? Thank you so much for the Californian dollars. Like, they even know that it's called Californian dollars? Okay. Guys, it's Halber. We lost. Yeah, I don't know if Matador is ban-worthy, but he is a very good survivor. Maybe he'll turn out to be a fine ban, you know? Kind of like Knight, you know. I'm never going to say Knight doesn't deserve a ban because it is pretty strong how you just can never double hit Knight as long as he uses the shield. I have a question. When are you supposed to ping for Owl? If you know you're going to get hit in the next 5 seconds, like judging by the kite, judging by the pallets you have, judging by what abilities the hunter has up, if they're on cooldown or are they coming back up, ask for Owl. If you know you're about to take a hit, the Owl will protect you from that hit. And you just kite like normal. Let's say it's Feaster, for example. You kite like normal. You know he has a tentacle up. He's about to drop it at the next pallet that you're walking towards. Ask for Owl. Give the Owl user, the Seer, I should say, the Seer, a heads up. Give him a warning. Like, say, help me or follow me. Either of the... I have both, but you can just have one of them. Help me, follow me. Seers should understand both. And they'll spectate you. They need the heads up, because obviously they need to get off their cipher and, like, get through the spectating animation of, like, screen going black and then being able to see and look around. But just play like normal, force Hunter to use their ability, especially like something like Violinist or like Feaster where they need to set up their ability. Seer should easily be able to see that and just react with an Owl before the ability happens. Now Violinist, you have to do it before the ability happens because it's instant, but Feaster, you could even wait to see if the tentacle is actually even going to be used. But that is like, that's like if you have very good reaction time. Otherwise, they should just use the Owl, seeing that you're in a position where the Hunter can kill you with their ability. But yeah, that's when you should be asking for it. Try to just run, like, basically the whole essence of kiting is imagine the Hunter doesn't have abilities. You don't want to be giving free hits to the Hunter. Those are called basic hits. We call those free hits. They're free hits because you gave a hit without the Hunter having to use their ability. Now they still have their ability to kill you even faster with right after you just took a hit. Yes, they're in recovery, but many Hunters nowadays also have fast mobility, so they just catch up really quickly anyway. You gotta force an ability at the very least. I hope they didn't call for Owl while I was looking at the YouTube chat. I'd feel really bad. Did they call for Owl? I really hope. That's the other thing. A lot of people tend to forget that the Owl is there. I will ping it just in case they forgot. Did they call for it? I hope they didn't. I'd feel really embarrassed. Let's pay attention here though. I mean, he could also ask for the Owl if he needs it. He did not ask for the Owl though. Dude, there's a lot of puppets there. That's gonna be difficult. No! Come on, did I miss the button? Wow, he's gonna actually be able to use the puppet now because of that. I don't want to farm her. Okay, he did the red puppet glitch, so he doesn't have recovery. That's fine. I don't think that's in the palette. Oh, it is in the palette. Okay. I do have increased stun on this character, on Seer. And we are going to have to deal with this puppet. And then go rescue. No, he's going back. Oh, well, we're dead. We're dead, bro. Yeah, that's the red puppet glitch. Basically, the red... Wow! We died to a hunter with peepers? No way. No way. He trump carded, right? He trump carded the peepers, right? We didn't have first guy die to peeper Hellenberg, right? The red puppet has 3 different glitches you can do, but they all involve swinging while you're teleporting. That's like the bare minimum. They all involve like swinging while teleporting. That's the red puppet glitch for you. You cannot do it with the green puppet. That's why it's called the red puppet glitch. Okay, I'm gonna heal up here because this guy's wasting his time breaking a pallet. Looks like it doesn't matter. So there's no pallets here. He could just leave us on the ground, but honestly, against Hellenberg, I think his best shot is to just constantly keep cheering people. Bring survivors towards you. So I don't think it's a big deal that we use our self-heal. Like, we can just crawl away. Hellenberg's most powerful trait is cheering people on his camp. I think it's fine here. I think it's fine. Although, honestly, dying there immediately. If we knew the pallets were not there... I knew that pallet I just used was not there, because obviously the puppet broke it. But I didn't realize that pallet's also used. He's back on me. Okay. Yeah. Did they ask for Owl? Dude, I remember back when you didn't have to... Like, yes, that's a good point. Ping for Owl. A good Seer should do that. I don't think a good Seer is required to do that. I think the Seers are required to do that as a result of bad players. That's not something good Seers do. That's something they have to do because of bad players. Yes, it helps, but... Honestly, people should remember about Owl. People should remember about it. Because back in the day, dude... Back then, dude, bro. I think that's on cooldown, right? Because he actually used it. I think I still die here, though. Did you just steal... Okay, well, I think she is also dead, to be fair. She's also dead, but... She's also dead on chair, to be completely fair here. The hunter's just gonna... Yeah, there's not a lot we can do. Yeah, this is what happens so often with Seer, is that people just don't call for Owl. Like, this happens way too often. They just don't call for Owl. The Wildling could have called for Owl. Again, I don't want to say the Barmaid could have called for Owl, because I honestly don't know if she called for Owl. I was looking away, but I swear on my life she did not call for Owl. So yeah, the Owl is not permanent. It only lasts 8 seconds. If you're gonna take a hit in the next 8 seconds, ask for the Owl. Let's see, did she ever ask for the Owl? I wanna see. I don't think she ever asked for the Owl. Which is so ironic, because Barmaid is supposed to ask for Owl, but let's see, did she ask for Owl? No, she's not asking for Owl. Should you just Owl for Blink predict? I can't make a prediction like that. Because I don't know when the hunter is close to the survivor. If I do that, I might be wasting anywhere between 1 second not decoding, which is fine. That means I perfectly predicted, to 20 seconds. Maybe she gets a Braconos boost followed by a Pala boost. I need to trust my teammates. I have to trust my teammates who will call for Owl. Otherwise, you're not playing Seer to a very good potential because you're wasting a lot of time not decoding. Which kind of defeats the purpose of taking a hit. If you're wasting... like, taking an extra hit gives you guys a lot of decode time. But if you guys are not decoding when you're taking an extra hit, then what was the point of the extra hit? I guess our other two teammates are decoding at least, but... Well, she definitely knows how to dodge the fire spirit, but... A little bit ironic. At the very least, like, Barmaid of all survivors, who's one of the best survivors to combine with Seer, or at least has the most reason to combine with Seer. Maybe not, like, the best, because Barmaid herself is not a great character. Yeah, at least it guarantees the heal, but... Yeah, people not asking for owl. That's nowadays so often I don't even like going Seer, because the problem with Seer's just a survivor with worse kiting than other survivors, but he trades that for giving everyone else extremely good kite. Like 3 hits and all their abilities is awesome. Except no one asked for it, so I just have to use my owl in a very mediocre way in a situation where we are already in a losing position and my owl just doesn't do much. Like, yes, we got the rescue off and we used the owl to guarantee the rescue off. But that's because Wildling failed, and now we have 3 people all not decoding. Like we're in a position where we're losing already. We needed to use that owl when it actually mattered. At that point, it doesn't really matter unless Barmaid can pull like a kite out of her ass. And somehow the Seer also somehow stays alive. Because keep in mind, I have 0 abilities. There's not a whole lot we can do. Yeah, a lot of, like, yes, I definitely get the argument of people spectating, expecting that they don't ask for the owl. But then it gets so frustrating because there are so many times that people spectate me and I didn't need the owl. Like, I had a lot of distance and they just didn't know. Or I'm about to get a broken Windows boost and they don't know it. And I get it, and then all their time wasted preparing to owl me after the Hunter vaults is pointless because I'm getting a boost now, so the Hunter is again far behind. Like, when I know my abilities are dry, when my Persona Web is dry, and when I have no counter for the Hunter, that's when I call for the owl. But people don't trust you. People don't trust you, and then that becomes annoying when Seers don't trust you. Because now they spectated you. They wasted all the time spectating you. You didn't get anything out of it. They either are not going to use their owl, which means they just didn't decode for like 20-ish seconds, and they're on cooldown now, so they can't even send you the owl when you actually need it. That's the problem. That's the problem with Seers like that. When they check early, it's better to not check early at that point. Trust that your teammates will call for owl, because if you don't trust your teammates, then you probably shouldn't be on Seer in the first place. Because you guys are going to be losing so many matches. Or not losing, but you're going to be games where, like, someone is doing a winning kite and you wasted a lot of time not decoding multiple times in the game. And then they ask for owl and then you're on cooldown and it's like, well, now it's kind of an embarrassment for you. I would not check. I would not check unless they ask for it. This is a long story short. Worst case comes to worst, you have the owl to help yourself kite. Let's see, did they ban Matador again? No. They banned Knight. They banned Knight. Seers of Kite is very rough. Yeah, that's kind of the problem with picking Seers. Like, when people don't ask for owl, yeah, you have the owl. At least I say, at least you have the owl. But Seers is not a great, like, compared to how much abilities the other kiters have. Seers not that amazing. We are not spawning in the corner. Holy. Is this actually high tier survivor rank? Is this? I feel like I'm in worker B right now. I'm pretty sure this is worker B tier. This is sad, bro. I don't know what these guys are thinking. People just don't know how to think for themselves. They really... Yeah, this person's doing their own picking the worst spawn stream. When am I gonna do the next picking my worst spawns? Dude, the funny part is that when we picked those worst spawns, those were some of those kites were actually still 3 separate kites. To be fair, I was using a survivor that is like built around purposely taking a hit early. Which is Gardener, by the way. Gardener is exactly that survivor where if you have a good start, the bubble's pointless. But if you have a bad start, then the bubble's doing something and it doesn't disappear. Dude, seriously? We're getting chased? No, we're not getting chased. Okay. But without any calls from anyone, it's a little bit hard to know. Change target, okay. Alpha spawns are funny because they can throw off the hunter too. I don't know why this hunter didn't go Schiffer's Call. Just like, yeah, she does have those 2 pallets at the big rock, but the kite is going to start in a matter of 5 seconds. And those pallets are going to be very quickly dealt with. So, I don't know. Psychologist is hiding? Okay. Nice. Hiding worked. The muleta looks so stiff. Okay, that's because I'm doing it in place. Does it look stiff? Oh yeah, when he's holding it out? Maybe a little bit. I blinked. When did Weepy Clown go down? Welcome to Survivor Rank. Welcome to Top 2 Survivor Rank. To be fair, he's like the one guy who actually picked the normal spawn, and Weeping Clown is not easy against Opera Singer. You need to know where the open areas are so that when you use your rocket... Oh, and he also died on the Lawyer's Cipher. Is that basement too? No, it's outside. It's outside. Okay, I don't think we rescue this. Unless he pings me how many rockets he has, I'm not interested in rescuing. Wait, he was doing middle right away? The Cypher had progress on it. Okay, that's not something you should be doing against Opera. He was just that confident that Psychologist would get chased. Oh, God. Listen, unless he has a rocket, even with a rocket, where's he gonna go? Maybe the Paladin side is not used. Maybe we can help him here. Oh, God. Okay. Well, we might end up taking next chase here. Let's see. No, she's not interested. Is she interested? I'm still going to prepare as if she is coming for me. No, she's not. She could just dash back, though. This could just be bait. She could be flipping back. No. Psychologist is shaking a Cypher at half health. This match is cooked. Shaking a Cypher at half health. This is why you shouldn't be going to rescue. Like, Weeping Clown is not going to survive to make it worth the health state, which is going to make it so much easier for the Opera to spiral out of control later this game. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Swing? Swing? Ah. We're not going to make it anymore. Now she swung. You crazy. Man, unfortunate. I mean, that was actually... Why did I do that? That was obvious, because she didn't have anywhere else to dash. She was obviously going to swing there. Okay, that's a little bit unlucky. Like, we lost the 50-50 2 times in a row. That one I should have known. Obviously, she's going to swing there. But yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You got to be so careful about that. That you could dash into the hunter while they swing. And that's why I'm not using. That's why I'm not using the ability immediately. Because I'm pretty sure the average Matador there would have just immediately dashed at her and she swings. But she never swung. She never swung. She never swung on that first time. I would think that the average Matador would swing there. Oh, sorry, not swing there. Would the average hunter would think the average Matador would like use their ability there, and so I would think they would swing. Just to bait them. And then after they swing could bump into them, but it didn't really work out. Yeah, that's the one issue. That once you get hit, you don't really have a way to get to chair. Like Mercenary could still make it to the chair. At least force a trump card out. A very small range dash. You got the blink out. Let's see. Hang in there, brother. You'll stay alive. Don't worry. Okay, we're gonna go up these stairs. Maybe we should. No, we don't really want to go that way because there's shadows right there. Okay, she is going to take the rope. Oh, she's got peepers. Damn, bro. Honestly, we're quieting quite a bit without even using any of our abilities. Without using a single ability. Oh well. She knows you're patient, maybe because she sees my name as Psyche. Maybe. But I've never played this Survivor before. I don't think she would know that. Not really going well today. We just... Game after game, we just have really bad stuff happen. Like, we're not even taking second kite at the very least. We're taking like third, fourth kite when it doesn't even matter anymore. I mean, that's just how some rank sessions are going to go. Sometimes you're just not going to be able to do anything. You're just going to chase someone else, and that's that. Rescuing Weeping Clown when he can't kite anywhere. Not much to do there. We matched with this guy before. Oh no, but they weren't dueling. Now they're dueling with this guy and this guy. This guy sucked ass. This guy sucked absolute ass, dude. .25% win rate. That's really bad. Welcome, Mia. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you coming in. Franco. Thank you, Franco, for coming in. Pain. Yes, that's the first thing you say. First thing you say. Is the stream still working? Why is my page unresponsive? Don't you just love YouTube, bro? I'm Psyche's Twitter warrior, only I can say mean things to him. What do you think about Rescuer Tide Matador? I think it could work. I think it could work. The first thing I said was that you started streaming 10 minutes after I subbed. Thank you for subbing, man. Yeah, we got a lot more people here, I will say. I think it might be because of that drama video. It feels really sad that that might be the reason why. Guys, you guys are definitely here for my other new video that I dropped, right? The five minutes you still believe? You came for that one, right? That's where you're coming from, right? You didn't come for the drama. Do I think Matador is ban-worthy? I think we should let people play him more before we decide if it's ban-worthy or not. Because I haven't played the character. I haven't gone against the character that much. I haven't played against the character that much. I can't tell you, this is for certain going to be an A or S tier character. This is going to be a very, what's it called? Man, what am I looking for? Not game sense. This is going to be a very technical survivor. This is going to be a survivor with technicalities for every single hunter. You're going to need to know them, and then we can make a better judgment call. The most important thing is he going to be good against the S tier hunters, like Opera Singer, like Goman? I think against Goman, this guy is going to be very good. Could be good against Hula Baloo, especially because, think about it, hunters like Goman and Hula Baloo, that are S tier hunters, they don't really carry faster pallet breaking speed most of the time. So being able to force him to break a key pallet or window, or vault a window, I guess the vaulting window is not as important, but Hula Baloo does have very slow window vaulting if it's not for a jump. So like those base stats can really hurt those hunters. Because now you can finally force Under to vault or break when usually they would just ignore it because Goma would just teleport around, or what's his name, or Hula just jumps over. It's like so many issues with kiting nowadays with the traditional way of kiting. It just doesn't really work the same way. I shouldn't say that. I meant to ping Shaq, bro. Okay, well at this point I don't know. Rescue guide ending includes Pharaoh Tide. Yeah, the only inclusion it's gonna make is don't run Pharaoh Tide. Yes, it can cancel active abilities. That's true, like the Night Watch Wind. Again, you have to keep in mind it's a very mind game oriented battle. Like yes, you can cancel the wind, but then they might think you're gonna dash into their face to cancel the wind, knowing that their wind can be canceled. So it's a very mind game oriented thing. I think my mind games that I'm trying to pull off here will work better as time progresses. I feel like that opera singer maybe just wasn't thinking about what I could do immediately in her face, and maybe that's why she didn't want to go for it. I don't know. I don't know the reason. I don't know why it could be. Again, maybe all we need is we just need a little bit more time where the opera singer gets humbled by brainless matadors that just dash into her, and then maybe my strategy there would have worked, because they're expecting me to brainlessly dash into me after how many times they've been humbled by the brainless matadors. So we'll see. He cancels skills dashing to the hunter? Not necessarily. That's not the case for every hunter. Hunters that, it really depends. Hunters that are not like in the middle of using their skill. Hunters that are not in the middle of using their skill, those are going to be the hunters that like dashing into them won't cancel their skill. They can still use it afterwards. It just happens to be stuff like Night Watch is like in the middle of using it, and then that's why it works out. We're not rescuing this guy, by the way. We're gonna bait him to go for the priestess, and then we're gonna rescue the forward. But like this game is just clapped. We're clapped, bro. Ooh! Yes, that worked. That's fine. The second cat won't do anything. I'm gonna take a hit here, though. I mean, we got the rescue. That's the most important part. Okay. Now's your chance, forward! There's nothing you can do. This guy is so dead. Bye, forward! My fear is that when I eventually grind for high tier, is that people are going to tell me I suck and be mean to me. That is almost guaranteed going to happen to you. I guarantee it. I have had people tell me and telling me to kill myself because they are just that sure how to play this game. And I've been playing this game for it's now going to be 8 years this July. I've been playing the game for this long. Probably know more survivors than they do. Know more things about the game than they do. And they are just They're telling me to kill myself because they know more about the game, because I just played badly. And the worst part about it is that it's not even that I played badly. I had nowhere to go. I had no options. My teammate that is being toxic to me is not running borrowed time, but I had to pop the Cypher anyway. And they're telling me to kill myself. Oh, thank you. That's nice. They are telling me to kill myself because I didn't use flywheel. Okay, it's Zach. Because I didn't use flywheel to escape the hunter. When they don't know that my flywheel that I used, I was stalling. I spent 15 seconds kiting next to a single pallet near the survivor that is knocked down because I couldn't go anywhere because my flywheel had to come up, and by the time my flywheel was up, I had to immediately use it. But they didn't bother checking that. They didn't check in the replay. When did I have my flywheel up? They just went straight to post-match and said, "What are you doing kiting next to me? Why don't you use flywheel to escape the area? Kill yourself, prisoner." There's nothing you can do. You know, people are just going to be that way. We got plus 11 points because of the losing streaks. We were guaranteed losing that match again. Thank you, Zach. But like, holy crap, bro. Holy crap. Can't do anything these days. Like, people, you do anything slightly wrong. And then the worst part about it is, like, a few weeks later, I matched with that guy again. Of course, he had Visitor on, so I didn't know it was him. Do, like, an insane kite as Thief. And nothing. No good job. No, oh, maybe I should have, maybe I thought wrong about you. No, they just go on and move about their day as if they don't even remember what they said to you. I haven't said it in chat, like, oh, hey, aren't you the guy who was super toxic? Who was super toxic at me the other day, assuming that I had flywheel up? And then Numer spoke up in post-match, and so Numer was like, yeah, that's it. And I'm like, wow, not even anything. Not even anything for the times I do good. Huh. Nothing. Anything. Worst part about it is, like I said, it's not even that I played bad. It's that I just didn't have the resources to do what he wants me to do. He didn't even bother checking. That's the worst part about it. GG. Okay, this is stupid. Zach, come on, bro. Why are you saying GG when I have my teammate die instantly and my forward die instantly? Like, be for real with me, Zach. Be for real with me, Zach. Who are you saying GG to? That was not a good game. That was not a good game, Zach. I've had too many of those good games now. 4 games in a row I've had a good game moment. Get your good game out of here, dude. No, I'm just messing with you. Thank you for the tie, though, Zach. I mean, I'm doing it right now. To be fair, I am doing it right now. Like, people are gonna expect you to know a certain amount of things. You know, that's just gonna be the case. Like, but I mean, certain things are so basic. Like, that's like how just spawning in the corner. People not asking for owl. I'm gonna give the barman the benefit of the doubt because she got blinked at least, so she could have forgotten about that. The wildling didn't ask for her. I guess he was really certain about himself, and then he just got turret shock, which, to be fair, is really unlucky. That's why I don't touch the chair. Because he just swung randomly, and he luckily got a turret shock. So here, are you going to IVT? How do you get in? I'm interested into joining. I actually don't know how to join IVT. If I'm gonna be honest with you, I never remember what all those abbreviations stand for. People will tell me, "Oh, Psyche IVT's coming up. Oh, IGL's coming up." I only remember IGL because Japan. J stands for Japan. But IVT or like whatever the abbreviations are, I can never remember which one is the American version. If you just say summer tournament, I'm assuming you mean summer tournament. Yes. Summer tournament, we're definitely going to play in that. No, I don't know how to join. If I'm going to be honest with you, all the years I've played on E5, other people have done the joining for me, and I'm just already in the team roster, and they do the joining for me, and I'm already part of the team, and someone else does it, and I never know how it's decided, the teams that are going to play in the tournament. I just know I'm playing in the tournament. I guess I'm spoiled like that, but I don't actually know. There will be a Discord server that will be released by the official Identity 5. It's going to be in the news. For sure, they do this every year where you have to scroll down to the bottom, but it's in there in the news. It says like summer tournament or like fall tournament or 2025 IVT. something about those lines that there's a warning that there is a tournament coming up in this server that we're playing in. They do this for every server, I will admit. Like, they do it for IGL. Like, IGL has a whole event themed around it, okay? They really care about you watching IGL. But when the American server comes out with its own tournament, it will show up in the events tab. You just gotta search for it, and it will be there. I'm sure people will talk about it as well. Like I said, it's gonna be a popular thing. People all know about it. There's viewers of these tournaments that know more about the signups than I do, honestly. Like, I'm just here to play. I'm just trying to make sure I get in the damn tournament. I go join a team. That team tells me, hey, for us to get into the top 16, we need to beat this team, and then we need to beat that team. And I'm like, okay. We beat him easily. We beat him one after the other. One by one, we beat him out. Though, that phase I never remember. Like, because that's the phase I go into stress-free. I'm going into it like a regular rank match. Obviously, I'm making sure that I play my best and we're communicating. But I'm going into it like a rank match, like, alright, this is just another day. I've never like, lost one of those, like, qualifiers to get into the top 8, top 16. So maybe that's why I never remember. So that's just, like, another thing for me. It's like me for you, winning a tournament. You know, oh, it's just another tournament. Okay, I'm joking. That's not actually the way they are. They prepare very seriously. I know. Aaron, you don't have to tell me. You guys prepared. Okay, now I'm trolling Aaron, but yeah, it's a very serious thing. It's just kind of a joke because they always win every single year. Every single tournament they win. They just win every single time. Hunter changed target? Okay, but he's in black form, I think. Yeah, he is black form. Maybe I should have saved my ability right there. I probably should have saved it because this is a hit-and-run hunter who will often switch to different targets. We don't have any info on what the hunter's doing. Okay, he just threw out his umbrella right there. I mean, like, I could sit on the Cypher and just spam my ability. Like, I could totally do that, but if I can avoid it, that would be better. Okay, Hunter is chasing someone. We just have to play it slow, because this is the kind of Hunter that, again, he's going to rely on sneak attacks. I wish I had Compensate. We don't have Compensate anymore. Compensate is not on Borrow Time Path anymore. Yeah, he's not pinging anything, but he is kiting. Very unfortunate that when people kite, they don't ping hunters near me, which is like really important for hunters like Wu-Ching, where I need to constantly know if the hunter is chasing someone or not in order to actively make a choice. Chasing Welling first is asking him for a loss. I'm thinking about when he has his teleport up, not about not where he currently is. It doesn't really matter where he is as much as where he's going to be, like what ability he has up. After you use that first teleport, it doesn't really matter who he chases. All I need to know is it's not on me. But after he has his teleport up, we need to know where he is, so I know like where would be a good place to throw him off. Thinking, I don't know, maybe like for example, he'll think I'm sitting at the corner house pallets. It can be hard to ping during a kite, yes, I agree. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit spoiled that I've made it such an easy habit of mine. Okay, and we have 300 ping? What's going on here? I've made it like a habit of mine where even in 1v1s, when no one is watching me, when I'm in a 1v1 and there's no other teammates, or when all my teammates are dead or escaped, I'm still pinging, the dungeon is here, the hunter is near me, and stuff like that. Wow, nice job from the wildling. I still do stuff like that. I still ping constantly. And that should be... in a perfect world, that's how everyone should be playing. Is this guy also lagging? After I got 500 ping, I'm thinking this guy might also be lagging. Dude, look at that S-tier skin, by the way. This is an OG guy. Or he just bought the account. Honestly, I've lost all respect for the limited S-tiers. They still look really cool, but with how prevalent account sharing is nowadays, I never in my head think, oh wow, that's so cool, this guy has been playing for a long time, right? Nowadays I never think that. The first thing that comes in my head is, oh, this guy bought that account, didn't he? So I feel bad because then all the people who actually did play this long, they're not gonna get recognized. So sad. Well, you finished the cipher. You may as well hit the hunter here. Slow them down a little bit and then get to our next cipher machine. Where is our next cipher machine though? Okay, I was thinking maybe that's our next cipher, but nope, it's done. I mean, I'm a little bit worried because, I mean, it makes sense that we don't have a last cipher. Like, in my head, I'm thinking about this logically. It does make sense that we wouldn't have a last cipher because I swear Wildling has been harassing ever since she went down. Or who has honestly even been chased this game? We have lots of people being chased this game. We have Cowboy and Archer. Yeah, at this point, between all the target switches, I'm sure there's like a some cipher somewhere out there with 20%, but either it's 20% or it's 0%, and I'm just gonna assume the worst. We're just gonna do another cipher, not waste our time. Now, on the other hand, that cipher right there has a lot of progress. He just got interrupted off of it. So we're definitely going to want to do that cipher next. If we can, though. I don't think we can. It's cheering on the cipher. Dude, it's so nice that our ability comes back. Like, I used that ability basically for free. We got our red apron out of it. I mean, it's basically just free value. Oh, he needs help. He needs help, right? Yep. He doesn't need help. He got soul siphoned. Okay, we have an issue though. The problem is he's gonna get farmed immediately. But if I let go, he would die. It's a little bit awkward. Nice to get on the pig. I'm gonna take over the cipher here. Okay, he's just committed, which is not really what a Wu-Ching should be doing. We gotta help him out. He's gonna die. Okay, dude, you see that? You see that teamwork right there? That we managed to keep him alive? He would have died immediately on the spot otherwise. Okay, now we're gonna have Cypher's Prime. There we go. Also, this guy has Flywheel and Borrowed Time. He didn't even have Tide? I didn't even realize, but he doesn't have Tide. I saw the Flywheel earlier this game, and he has Borrowed Time. I thought we might have been cooked, honestly, when she popped. But no, he has Borrowed Time. He has Borrowed Time somehow. So this guy is just, what, running no Tide Wildling? No ping from our teammate right there, that Daunter's switching. Thank you, Wildling. Our Archer, to be fair, our Archer is also not pinging that the Hunter's chasing her. I have to ping everything. Oh my god, I can't with these people, man. I can't. These people don't even remember to hit a button at this point. You don't gotta hit it every 10 seconds. Just let us know. Let us know. Oh man, this is not good. I think he might die. Oh, he got on the pig. Well, the Hunter's definitely not gonna. Oh, oh, he's still committed anyway. Okay. We can make that rescue. We'll make it. Let's just hope he doesn't come towards the chair now. The survivor, I mean. I guess the Hunter as well, but I'm more worried the survivor's going to bring the Hunter to the chair. Nice. Good rescue there. Tram just came here, so it shouldn't run me over. Oh my god. It definitely would have run me over. It definitely would have ran me over. He is still getting chased. He is still getting chased. You see, I didn't want to do the gate because I don't know if he's getting chased or not. If he's not getting chased, we shouldn't do the gate. If he is getting chased, we need to do the gate. Little stuff like that, our teammates not communicating, like that makes things a lot more difficult. It makes things very difficult, dude. When our teammates don't tell us, we just have to play it slow. We have to play it safe. We have to play it slow. And dude, I don't even know what to do. Like, do we let this guy match? Because it seems like we've matched with so many people. We've matched with so many people that I don't want to play with. Who is this guy? This guy is the forward from last game. Yeah, it is. It is the same guy. No one pings anymore, dude. No one pings. It's so important. Like, it's Wu-Ching and we're just playing like we're all solo here. Like this is not a 4-man team apparently. It's blah. Yes, folks, this is high tier. This is high tier. Welcome to high tier in NAU. Losing my mind out here, dude. Dude, I love it. I love it. Because I be talking over here like, okay, now we can do this. But instead of talking about the correct play given information, I'm sitting here talking about how we don't have information. So I don't know what to do, guys. We need information here. I'm just being like, oh, hypothetically, if we had this and this info, we could do this and this. And this is all hypothetical here. I'm not even giving actual gameplay here. I'm just like, I'm not even being given info to do anything with at this point. Nothing. Is this another 25% win rate guy? Okay, well, not as bad, but... Communication doesn't look like this on average. I don't know what's happening. Playing by yourself? No, dude, I had a great ranking session playing by myself yesterday. Where is it? Okay, well, that's not the good part. This was decent. This was actually honestly not bad. But it was honestly because I took control a lot of these games. I was in charge of the kite a lot of these times. This game was I don't even remember. I remember this game was very clean. The kite was going so good, the owner just left me. Believe it or not, we almost still managed to kill someone, have someone die before we popped the last cipher. Yeah, some people, not even some people. These people that you see with the 25% win rates, like, well, that's fine. Where was our 25% win rate example? I'm so sorry if you watched the stream. These are the kinds of people that are going off of like games where someone else kites really well, and whenever they're the ones who have to do the kite or have to make choices, they're the ones losing their own points. But the problem with this game is that you gain so many points from tying and winning that even if you mostly lose, you're only losing like -5. As long as you weren't the first kiter, you're losing anywhere between -5 to, well, this game we would have lost -6. So again, we lost -6 this game. Somehow the barmaid was the one who lost the least amount of points, but I guess that's because she was the last one alive. So if you're like one of the last few people alive, you're not really going to lose very many points. You're not going to be like losing -7. It's so sad that the mercenary lost less points than me even though he failed 3 rescues. I'm counting after half as a failed rescue. So yeah, like this is a great example right here. This guy, I would say, played worse than me, playing a character that is much more longer in this game than I have. Even though I've seen this player in rank before, so it's not someone who I've just seen. And my goodness, he can't even hit something that every survivor needs to know, and that's a rescue. So yeah, I mean, look at these points we're getting. We got +11 for a tie. We got +9, and this is without a losing streak. Against the impossible, solo draw bonus, survivor's deduction points ranking, rescuing teammates, like, and then just drawing gives you +3. Do ties affect your win rate? Ties do not affect your win rate. Survivors do get more character points at least. Who cares? Genuinely speaking, who cares? I cannot tell you the last time I've cared about my character knowledge ranking for any character in the last 5 years. Because that's not really what decides how good you are. What decides how good you are is if you can look at a game and you can analyze what went right, what went wrong, and improve from that. You just even ignoring the outcome. You might have won a match, but you might have won because of pure dumb luck. You might have just gotten randomly lucky that you shuffled around, randomly found dungeon when everyone else somehow managed to escape, and you don't even know how, right? A game like that, if you just got randomly lucky finding dungeon, you have to remind yourself, did I have a chance to find dungeon? Could I have made it easier for myself to find the dungeon? rather than randomly bumping into him. Most people don't go that far. Most people see the win and they're like, oh, we won, let's go, dungeon escape, dungeon escape. They don't even acknowledge things like where the hunter is, what I should be doing in this moment. It just so happened they were at the right place at the right time, and they get escape. And that's not how you get better at the game. You don't look at the win and be like, oh, we won, so there must be nothing we can do better, right? If we won, who's complaining? That's the people who never get better at the game. It's like in that position, even when you got dungeon, even when you won, you have to ask yourself, did I know dungeon was there or did I get lucky? Okay, and if I got lucky, was there any way I could have known dungeon was there? Could I have eliminated other dungeon spots to make it more likely for me to get dungeon? Could I have been given info from my teammates? Like maybe I should keep track of what gates they're doing and how much progress they have at their gate and who's at which gate, so that I know, should I go search for dungeon? Should I work on a gate? Like there's so much decision making that goes on without you even doing anything chase related. All the decisions are made before the chase even starts. Even if you're about to get chased, you need to decide where is the good starting area to kite. And if you don't have a good starting area to kite, how can you get to a good area against Andre you're up against? Because I'm going to tell you right now, almost every single kite in this game, if you have a bad start, your kite is going to end badly. And a lot of reasons why. Obviously because you don't have a hit to work with now later in your kite. But the main reason is that now you have to find a way to use 3 items, all using half health. You can't rely on like, okay, if the hunter doesn't do what I want, I can just take a hit here and I can still use my items later. You're forced into a lot less options the sooner you take a hit. The sooner you give yourself a bad start, you just might not have even a good opportunity to use your items. Sometimes you'll have to take that hit instead. Take your boost, get to a better area, and then use your items there, where it makes sense. Yeah. But if you take a hit really soon, then you know you can't take another hit, but you're left in an area where maybe you weren't planning, you didn't know you didn't think about where a good area might be for your ability and for who the hunter is. Because obviously you don't want to be in an area with windows against Geisha, and obviously you don't want to be using pallets all the time against Percy, because that doesn't give you much kite time. That's just a simple example, you know? You have to think about where you're about to go, where you need to go. If you give yourself a bad start, you're not going to give yourself a good opportunity to use your items later. I mean, there's so much decision making in this game that doesn't even involve like just raw talent on kiting. All of it is really planning, knowing what could happen. Do I go Seer again? It's church. Let's go Thief. Let's go Thief. We don't have a rescuer, but it's alright. I'm not gonna complain about no rescue. I could have gone rescuer, I didn't. So be it. Do you have warm clothes for Matador yet? No, I don't. I haven't even played him on this account. I played him on my alt account, but I haven't played him on the any other on my main account, I should say. I'm practicing the game on mobile as a PC player. How should I start? Unfortunately, I can't tell you much there because I've never played on PC. I've never played the game on PC, so I don't know. I've heard a lot of people say that the game is just better on mobile, though. I mean, it makes sense. Some of these hunters have so many different button combinations that putting it all on a keyboard can be very difficult. Dreamwitch, I'm looking at you. So yeah, you just gotta be careful about it all. I would say, it's just, honestly, it's like any other game. She messed up her dash at the very beginning of this game. It's like any other game, you know? You play on a controller long enough, you'll get used to it. Nice. Do we make this window? I don't know. I think we should be able to make it. Blink is not up yet. Opera is one of the slowest. Sir, are you decoding? Okay. Hopefully my teammate's paying attention. Because I got a kite here. I don't have a choice. Blink is still not up yet. Yeah, we're running low on options here. See, this is like a situation where it's not the end of the world that we take a hit here. Okay, but it might be the end of the world that we take a blink hit here. That might be the end of the world. Yeah, let's say keep her at a distance here. She messed up another dash, I think. Okay, I don't want to use... let's use this pallet anyway. It's fine. She waited for the flywheel. It's still an okay kite. Honestly, it wasn't even an okay kite. That was a very good kite. That was basically a 3-cyber kite against Opera Singer. We got Blink out. Almost a 3-cyber kite. The only reason it doesn't look like a 3-cyber kite is because our mechanic is 5 years behind on the cipher machines. Like, the bot wasn't even decoding on the cipher when I got there. I thought it was bugged. I thought, oh, surely she's decoding it, right? Surely it's just a visual bug. No, she's not even using her bot. Why did you even drop it then? Why don't you use it for kiting? Like, that's what I don't get about these people. Okay, he just canceled recovery. Or at least part of it. Oh, that actually screwed me up. Oh my god, he still took a hit. I don't know if we would have made that vault. I honestly don't know, because I thought I was in the middle of a vault, but it turns out I was in the middle of getting spun around in a circle. Okay, we need to get rid of her abilities here, but we're not going to be able to do much after that. Just to stall the dash here, but I think we might die here anyway. Yeah. Again, we rebounded. We did very well here. Again, second rescue. Or not second rescue. First rescue, we again bought even more time for our team. Most kites end immediately after the rescue without Tide Turner. And we're still struggling for the last cipher. Honestly, the Matador right there, it wasn't the end of the world, what he did there. It actually did help. That actually did help. It gave us a chance to go to a different palette or something like that, you know? Because you don't want to really be able to draw a palette against Opera Singer. Oh god, we need to decode the cyber machine. I hope she'll just follow me here. See, she's trying to find us right now. Now, I think we can heal now. At the worst case, I'm thinking worst case. I'm thinking always worst case. Worst case, we get found. Can we survive in the area we're in? In the area we were in, no, we would not survive. So I'm thinking about worst case. I'm thinking about what she wants to do as well. What does she want to do? She just killed Matador on the cipher. That's almost done. She needs to desperately find the thief that's dead on chair. She's praying that the thief is still there where she last saw him. Thief is not there. So she's in a very bad position now. Unfortunately, we are also in a bad position ourselves. We need to slow down this game and we need to start healing up. We cannot be rushing the cipher. Middle is too dangerous against Opera Singer. We need to slow this game down a little bit. It's honestly fine for me as thief. But we need to slow this game down at this point. Okay. Okay, she just canceled her 99% heal. There we go. Hunter didn't even see us. She's getting scared for nothing. I mean, even if she sees us, we need to get the heal off. At that point, we just... You either get off as soon as you get a heartbeat or you don't get off. It's either one or the other. You don't get off and Hunter's right next to us and we still need to get the heal off. So as the guy who's been on chair, I don't really want to do the cipher. We just need to have people who are not dead on chair do the cipher machines. And again, just play this game slow, play the game passively. We don't need to rush anything. The Hunter is in the rough spot right now. And I'm saying this over and over and over again, knowing how helpless I am that my teammates may rush the cipher. I mean, again, pushing the cipher at full health is fine. That's allowable. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just worried they're going to, like, overcommit with half health. I'm doing my best here to make sure that no one approaches the cipher in middle with half health. Because they're going to be like, oh, I'm not doing anything. Hunter's not chasing me. Let's go decode middle. And then they die because they're at half health. Again, I'm expecting worst case scenario. I'm expecting teleport or something like that. There's a teleport. The benefit now is that we have Mechanic do the gate, which, guys, so counterintuitive. Why are we having Mech do the gate when Mech does the gate slower? Because Mech is not dead on chair. Because Mech is not dead on chair, or Matador is not dead on chair. I would have rather Mech do the gate, honestly. But Matador is also fine. And now, whoever does the gate is going to be the bait, essentially. So then now, even when she kills them, chairing them doesn't really do anything because the rest of us all get out. And she knows that. So she leaves him down, tries to kill the other person. Unfortunately, the mechanic, I think, ran in the same direction as the Matador. Oh my God. Or maybe not. But I feel like she might have been too close. I feel like she should have been further away. Honestly, no. Look at how far she was from the. Look at how far she died from the gate. I have crows, dude. I have crows. Yeah, she knows. She knows. She knows, guys. How does she know? I mean, it's pretty simple. The mechanic just didn't kite long enough for the Matador. She made distance. I'm pretty sure she made distance. But I can't do anything. She knows where I am. I'm here to force her to be by chair, but nothing else. And without, I mean, this is fine. Like, this is fine. Like, I'm not going to sit here and blame my teammates. Oh, we didn't end up winning this match. This is a very common outcome with Opera Singer. Especially like Mech. Mech doesn't have a whole lot. But yeah. Listen, we would have to like go into the replay and be like, oh, how far was she from the gate? Did she actually get far from the gate? Did we have everyone close to each other? Judging from where she died, she did her part, making sure to die as far away from the Matador as possible. She just didn't get the palace enough, you know? It happens. Damn, that robot was like at 0% because it just disappeared as soon as she hit it. Yeah. I mean, that's honestly not too surprising. That's just how powerful Opera Singer is. Opera Singer is so powerful that you could kill someone, leave them on the ground, and go after the other guy. Listen, it still would be better for Mech to do the gate and not the Matador because there was a very important distinction right there to be made that the Matador only takes 30 seconds to die and Mech is going to take 60 seconds to die. 60 seconds is going to give a lot more opportunity for the survivor to crawl away and then pick themselves up rather than 30 seconds. So she just carries the person, chairs them near the mechanic, and mechanic is not going to have enough time to start crawling and make an escape while still the hunter being forced to guard the chair. That's just not a thing because by the time she can do that, the guy's already dead on chair. So. Or the order there would have made a difference. It would have made a difference there to have the order there. Honestly, even better. You want to know what's even better? No one should be doing that gate. Even better. No one should be doing that gate. But obviously I can't tell my teammates to do that. So assuming someone does the gate, I'm not doing it. I'm dead on chair. Matador shouldn't do it. And obviously Mech is the best one. But really, realistically, that teleport was so obvious. That teleport was so obvious. No trade out. They never swapped to normal. They are fully committed to the end game. To the end game comeback. And yeah, that's that's a situation where no one should be doing the game. Almost 4 a.m. I gotta go. Good luck with the rest of your matches. Thank you so much, Peachy. I appreciate it. Oh, Matador doesn't have self-heal. Yeah, Matador was one of the worst people to do the gate then. Matador is one of the worst people to do the gate then. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I was thinking. It's not like she died immediately after Matador died. Yo, whoever said that, great point. You're thinking like a top tier player. Right there. Acknowledging that he doesn't have self-heal, knowing that the Hunter's going to take advantage of that. That's a top tier play right there. That's the kind of stuff that makes a co-op player a co-op player. That they identify something before it happens and they make a plan around it. That's the top tier play right there. That's what differentiates these brainless low tier scums that are in high tier and people who are like thinking high tier. That they're thinking ahead of time. They're making a plan around it. Like I said, Matador could be bait in a different situation and it could work out if he had self-heal. It would be riskier. But in that situation, definitely no one should be doing the gate. Definitely no one should be doing the gate. Because vice versa. Let's say Mech does the gate and Matador runs away and she goes after Matador. Well, Matador doesn't have self-heal. So she could just forget about him and go back after the mechanic who now will use her self-heal. But she's not going to be able to make it anywhere. Unless he does a really good kite and lasts long enough for her to pick herself up. she's gonna get chased again really quickly. So, goodbye, guys. The grind calls upon me. Have a nice stream. Take care, Franco. Thank you so much for coming. How did I even get this high? There's a lot of reasons why. Me and Miki talked about it. It's a lot of things. I feel like account sharing and account buying, account selling has made a big deal because these high tier players, they buy all these skins, they play the game for so long, they don't want to have all that money go to waste. They sell their account, but their account stays high tier, obviously. They can't decrease their rank. Okay, so then someone who buys that account, who just bought it for skins, sees, oh, rank is up, let's just play some rank. And these are just people who are playing Mammoth, you know, Elk, they're just playing for fun because it's up, and, you know, maybe they'll get faster matches that way. Right? Makes sense? And they go into it and they don't have the skills required to be at that tier, and they just go down. They just go down really quickly, they make bad choices. And, like, I wish I was making this shit up, but people are actually, like, I mean, you guys know, people are buying accounts so often. People are buying accounts everywhere. It's so widespread that there are people talking about how their account is getting scammed when they try to sell their account. And no one can help them because technically it's not supposed to be allowed, but NetEase doesn't take action on that. All they say is, like, they won't ban accounts for it, they just will not help. Now, if you give your account to someone else and they end up stealing it, then so be it. That's what they say. And honestly, it's understandable. Honestly, you could even say people should be banned for sharing accounts because that's not the actual people playing. That's not the actual person playing the account. Especially if you sell it off and you make money off of it. Well, that's money coming out of the devs' pockets, right? It's in their best interest to ban that because now it'll force people to be like, hey, if I want to have limited skins on my account, I need to buy them. All right, I can't buy them from other people. I need to buy them from the company. Okay, now the company's getting money. Okay, so in terms of like just a business standpoint, they would. I'm pretty sure they'd be getting more money in their pocket if the survivors, if the players know that they have other options to buy skins. Even if it's not a better option, I guess if it was a really bad option, no one would be going for it. But it's not honestly a bad option to buy your account for skins. Unless it's like a really overpriced skin that you should not be buying absolutely under any circumstances. Is it any worth it? Is it ever worth it under any circumstances? No, never ever in a million years. But people are still gonna do it. And even if it's like, let's just even say it's not a limited skin. It just happens to be there's an S tier, like Soul Emissary for Ripper. People love Soul Emissary. Even though it's not technically a limited skin, people are going to be more interested to buy an account that has Soul Emissary on it because A, Ripper is a easy to play hunter, B, he's pretty commonly played, and C, that skin is sick. One of the best skins in the game. So when Soul Emissary comes out, people are not going to be buying this skin because they bought it from some other guy who just didn't want to play any 5 anymore. You see where I'm going with this? For the limiteds, it doesn't really make a difference. But for those kinds of skins that are that people like, that they want to see return, those are the kinds of skins the company's losing money out on. It's in their best interest to ban account selling, but they just don't do it. And as a result, we have high tiers quit the game, they sell their account, make a little bit of money off of it, and now we have low tiers who end up in high tier, and they just don't know how to play the game well. To be fair, they were in low tier, they didn't play the game consistently. They play here and there, they find it fun, they maybe hang out with their friends on it a little bit, that's fine. A lot of people do that. Most people are not top tier players. Okay, but then they buy these accounts, they can show all their friends their cool skin, but it happens to be they are under the curse of high tier, and they're now dying all the time against these high tier hunters. And because they're against high tier hunters, a lot of commonplace tricks that the hunters do that high tier survivors know about works on these survivors. It works on them. They didn't gradually go up the rank, learning about each trick one by one. As the hunters get better, so do they. So do the survivors. Because as you go up, it's very likely that the hunter doesn't know a lot more than you do. They just know one or thing more than you do. They just know one more thing or two than you do. Okay? So let's say one game you didn't know that that Gamekeeper could hook over a window on Leo's memory. And you die over it. Right? If that's the only other thing they knew about Gamekeeper that you didn't know, well, now you can easily look back at that and be like, oh, I've learned not to do that now. Be careful of that window at Leo's memory where they could stand on a hill and hook over the window and like bring their whole body over the window. Like that's something that they'll get better at. That's a very advanced trick, so it's kind of a bad example, but like a better example would be like, I don't know, Learning how to rescue against Ripper. Understanding that when Ripper swings his Foggy Blade, and even if he hits you with it, he can't swing immediately. That's your opportunity to just get the rescue off. That's a very small thing, a very basic thing that you would learn. Oh, I should be using this. Oops. That you would learn if you were in low tier, right? And it's not like the Ripper knows insanely more than you. It's not like the Ripper knows how to deal with every pallet area, every window area. That's just something on the rescue that every low tier Ripper is going to try doing on you. And as a low tier survivor, you're going to have plenty of opportunity to learn about it without your kite also suffering on the backhand. Right? Let's say you mess up the rescue, you did a small mistake, but you hit the chair. And you made up for it. And you got away without any consequences, but you still learned something out of it. That's because you were in low tier. You made up for that mistake by them doing a mistake because you were in low tier. So your mistake didn't end up costing much while you still learned from it. That doesn't happen in high tier. They're not going to be hitting the chair when you mess up like that. At least not likely. And stuff like that is going to screw you over. We don't have enough ciphers to do this. No one can take over my cipher now. I don't have tight. I'm not going for this rescue. Especially basement. She's not rebounding that. Either I'm going in basement or she's going in basement. Worst case scenario, we're both going to basement. I can't decode the cipher machine. If I decode the cipher machine, she's going to leave immediately. See, forward knows what to do. Coordinator is the low tier out of all of us. Okay, now let's run. Let's run. This is our chance to get away from the cipher. Even if she finds us now, we won't be by the cipher anymore. Coordinator is the low tier among us. Why is the coordinator the low tier among us? Some of you might be wondering, why is that a bad play? Psyche, you are wasting time not decoding, and you're not getting anything out of standing there. Why are you not decoding? That's a great question that Joe Carey over here wouldn't know because they probably bought their account. Or they just don't think critically about Identity 5. I'll tell you why. I'm just going to drop down immediately. This is a bad situation to be in, though. Oh, she doesn't find us. Nice. Dungeon is also here. Okay. We're going to... If she has announcements, she'll see us walking up to the gate, and now I'm going to turn away. And she's going to go for the gate thinking I'm going for it. If she has an announcement. I'm playing around every single thing she could have. I don't know where the hunter is. I'm just going to let my teammates know I don't know where the hunter is. Okay. So it turns out they didn't even teleport on me. Oh, why did I use that? I already had the ability, I think. Did I already have this ability? If I didn't already have this ability, I shouldn't have used my ability because I'm anyway going to get it when I use my ability. In what's it called? In the chase. Yes, I'm feeding tinnitus so Hunter doesn't go after the ciphers. There's another reason why. If the Hunter... It's not just about feeding tinnitus. It's that the Hunter sees that there's 3 ciphers shaking, 1 survivor on chair. Guys, if there's 3 survivors and there's 3 ciphers shaking, what do you think is happening? Do you think anyone is rescuing? No one is rescuing anymore. What does that mean? That means now the opera can switch to trump card, teleport, and immediately start next chase while the guy is still dying on chair, knowing that no one's going to make it anymore. She could have left as early as maybe even 80%, and the rest of that 12 seconds on chair goes to complete waste. Why? Because she knows that no one is rescuing. So on paper, it seems like, oh, you're getting more decode by everyone staying on the ciphers and just allowing that to happen, right? Not really. Because we lost out 12 seconds of chair time because she immediately teleported. And now we have to worry about the cipher she teleported on. Like, yes, we're going to still finish our other 2 ciphers, but the cipher she teleported on, as a hunter like Opera Singer going against a survivor like, I don't know, forward who used all his football, she's going to teleport on that guy. The guy's going to have no ability. He's half health. He's going to knock him down immediately. She's going to chair him next to cipher. GG. Or if she doesn't have teleport, she just goes straight to middle. Forward can't do the cipher anyway. So what was the point of us all 3 decoding the ciphers if forward immediately gets pushed off his cipher because she knows no one is coming to rescue? Do you see what I'm saying? That there's no point doing 3 cipher machines and not forcing the hunter to camp if the hunter knows that we're not rescuing and then anyway starts a chase. And now we, again, still have only 2 people decoding. Difference is she's now going after her next target. As opposed to me standing by the chair, we're not letting her start her next chase, but we're also still having 2 people decode. Same thing as if we didn't get off our ciphers. The only difference is, like I said, she starts her next chase. She wants to start her next chase as soon as possible so that she can get her next person on chair so that she can start killing survivors as quickly as she can for her win condition, to kill 3 people in the game. So you just, that's like again, a game sense decision. That's a decision that on the surface seems dumb. If you just look at the numbers, 3 people decoding is better than 2 people decoding. But if you think about what is going to happen when you do that, and you think about the future, you'll realize that the hunter will see that if they're smart. Again, it'll work in low tier, probably would work in low tier, just have everyone decode, because hunter's probably not realizing they can see that. But in higher tier, as you progress, every single hunter is going to get off when they see 3 people. So and at least in low tier, maybe some hunters would get off rescued, get off chair knowing that no one's risking. Some hunters wouldn't, and you like gradually figure it out, right? But then against in high tier, everyone's getting off the chair. You're going to be wondering why all your games people are just going to die so fast while someone else is sitting on chair and dying on that chair. It's because no one is pressuring the save, even indirectly. Indirectly also counts. When do you determine it is safe to leave? Leave when? Leave off the cipher, leave to go rescue, you mean leave to do what? There's a lot of things you could do when you leave. Leave for what? You were sorry for dying basement, it's alright. You thought you could rebound at Boa because forward support? Yeah. No, it's fine that he went to rescue you one time. Like, he tried. He tried. It's very difficult, but dude, she had excitement. She had excitement. Made it very difficult, so it's not on you. It's just the trade made it very difficult. Oh, when should you leave the cipher? Well, it depends what you want to do. Leave the cipher for rescuing? Well, it depends more on the hunter. But some hunters you can go pretty late, like photographer, because they don't really have anything. To really stop the rescue. Other hunters like Opera Singer or Wu Chang, they're going to cut you off and they're going to teleport back to chair using one of their abilities. But if you're talking about leaving off the cipher for like let's say one person died. Let's say one person, I mean, let's think about it as a hunter's perspective. Okay, let's think about a hunter's perspective. Let's not talk about Survivor, because Survivor is very hard when you can only think of one perspective. Think about the hunter perspective. What is it? What are you doing as hunter? Hunter is very simple. You have someone on chair, right? You're making sure they die first. So there's different stages of the game. I kind of have to explain them all one by one. But the early game, and there's going to be a pattern here. And I'll say the pattern. The pattern in all stages of the game is you get off the cipher when no one is being chased. That's the pattern you're looking for. So let's talk about early game. The game just started. Everyone picked their spawns. Your camera rotated around your character, did that funny thing, and now you can start moving around. What do? Do you go straight for the cipher, or do you leave the area? It depends on a couple things. For starters, can you see the hunter from where you are? If you can see the hunter from where you are, see if they're coming for you. If they're not coming for you, you can go straight for the cipher. Okay? If they are coming for you, don't just sit there, get off the cipher, and get to a different area. Chances are, the way spawning in this game works is you're trying to spawn in a bad area so that when you move away from the hunter, you end up in a good area. That's why you don't like to spawn in corners. Because corners, even though the corner might be a good area, you let the hunter come to you and the chase starts way sooner. And it's called rotating. You rotate away from the hunter. Think of it like a circle. If the hunter follows this way, survivors going away from them, and all the survivors kind of rotate around in a circle, playing around what the hunter's doing. Okay, great example. Last game on Lakeside, a hunter's opera singer, they spawned at shore. I can see them. I can see where they spawned. I can see their shadow. I saw they went for Big Bow. That gives me the opportunity to go for Shack. Normally I would leave Shack. I'd go the other direction. But because I know she's going the opposite direction of me, I'm going to go more in her direction because I know she's not going to come from there anymore. And the other survivors, like forward at middle, let's say forward is at middle, he, on the other hand, is more in the path of the hunter. He might rotate towards a different area, such as logs, which is like, there's different names for the areas, but let's just say logs. Long story short, it's away from the hunter. All right, he transitions away from the hunter. There's a lot of nuances to it, like let's say there's different priority that the hunter wants to chase. In some cases, if you have a very high value target like Mind's Eye, the hunter's going to just go after them right away most of the time, and no one else really has to rotate and waste their time walking away off the ciphers. They can just decode right away. But the point I'm trying to get at here is, if you know someone is getting chased, decode. If you know you're the one who might get chased, or even if there's a chance you might get chased and you don't know for sure because no one is pinging hunters near me and other people are pinging hunters near your target, don't do the cipher. Try to get off and prepare for chase. And in the case you don't get chased, you want to also make sure you have a cipher by you when it turns out you're not getting the chase. But anyway, that's a different story. That's early game. That's early game. That's like an example of early game happened last game. I see the hunter's not coming for me. I get on the Cypher. If the hunter did come to me, I would not get on the Cypher. I would leave the Cypher at check and I would just go kite somewhere else. Okay. Mid game. Let's talk about mid game. Mid game is a stage that you might be able to skip if someone just does a 3 Cypher kite. Because if someone does a 3 Cypher kite, they should be able to last long enough for the all 5 Cyphers to pop. Because if you guys are able to pop 3 Cyphers while one person is still kiting and never die the whole time, you should be able to pop the last 2 and just rely on the timer from chair alone, especially with Tide Turner. Okay, but if someone did not do a 3 Cypher kite, meaning that they died before you guys can get all 5 Cyphers done, you guys are going to go into the mid game, and the mid game is the part of the game where the hunter's going to be searching for their next target. Nothing changed here. Nothing changed from the early game to the mid game. Hunter's still trying to find someone. They're just trying to find someone else now. And again, same thing. You just don't decode the Cyphers because the hunter's trying to find someone. You don't let them immediately start the next chase because you make their life so easy when they don't have to go around and finding people. You have to remember that when you play as a hunter, you technically don't know where people are. You only know where they are because they shake the Cyphers. But if the Cyphers are not shaking, you don't know where they went. You just have tinnitus. You know in their area. You know they're in the area. Like that opera singer last game on Lakeside. We were going into the mid game. We knew that the hunter was searching for the next target. Okay? But we don't want them to find their next target so fast. Which is why it was so nice that I got off my Cypher, because she doesn't know where I am now. Even though she waited out the chair timer, made sure no one rescues, and then starts finding someone, she still didn't find me. We got a little bit lucky. I'm not going to lie that she didn't find us. Obviously, hiding 5 sometimes is going to come down to luck a little bit. But we got out of there. And at the end of the day, we delayed chase. So let's say we do get found, though. Let's say we do get chased. All we need to do is we need to just get away from our Cypher machines. And as long as we get away from the Cypher machine that I worked on, my teammates will be able to do it safely. And we'll just have someone else come rescue me away from the Cypher machine. That way we can keep doing the Cypher safely. And that's just how it goes. The whole idea, the whole principle of this game and everything you do is if the hunter's not chasing anyone, or if you know the hunter's not going to chase you, I should say, if you know for sure the hunter's not coming for you. Again, this game is another example where I didn't immediately leave my Cypher because I know the hunter's not coming for me. And I'll explain again in like 1 second why I knew that. But let me finish the thought about Lakeside and the early, mid game, and late game. It's all the same. Early game, if someone needs to start getting chased, the hunter wants to find someone. If you know you're not going to get chased, do the Cypher. If you think there's a chance the hunter's going to come for you, don't do the Cypher. Prepare for chase. Someone dies. You guys don't have the Cyphers done yet. Same thing. Get off the Cyphers. Prepare for chase. Don't let them just find you on the Cypher machine because a lot of these Cypher machines are not really in ideal kiting areas. Get off the Cypher. Don't let them find you immediately. Let them play hide and seek with you first. Don't be like in a bad area where you will just die in 10 seconds. But don't let them also find you instantly because they'll just rush through your resources very quickly if you just get found instantly. And then late game. Late game is the last stage of the game. Late game is the stage of the game where you guys popped the Cyphers and you guys now just need to get out. You guys need to get the exit gates. If the hunter is not chasing anybody, don't do the gate. Because the hunter wants to go for the gate and the hunter's praying that someone is there. And if no one is at the gate when they check, then they're going to get scared. They're going to panic. They're going to be like, where should I go next? Now I don't know where to go. They're going to teleport to the other gate and hope someone else is there. We don't really know what that opera singer did last game. Like, let's take last game for example. I got off the gate. I didn't do the gate. Because I know there's a chance she comes from my gate because I'm the closest person to her. I'm the easiest to start chase on. So I get off the gate. I make her play hide and seek with me. She goes to the gate. By the time she gets to the gate, there's no one there. Okay, now she has to make a choice. Does she want to play hide and seek or does she just YOLO and go for the other gate? A lot of hunters at that point panic and just go for the other gate because they realize that they are taking a huge gamble trying to find me. And they just hope and pray for the best and they teleport away. And that's the idea of the game, is that you're constantly playing chicken with the hunter, making it difficult for them to find targets when you know they don't have a target. That's the whole concept of the game. This guy is going a little bit late. To be fair, the last rescue was also late, but he made it because he hit the chair. The hunter hooked the chair, I think, on the last rescue. Okay, same thing here. Hunter just killed the forward. We're going to get off the Cypher here. We're not going to give him an easy chase. Also, this area is very bad against Gamekeeper on top of that, so that's also why I'm not doing the Cypher. He's going to go to that cipher. He's going to know, he's going to hope someone is there. If no one is there, well, he's going to kind of in trouble. I do not do a cipher until someone confirms that they're getting chased. Thank you for the confirmation. Okay, he's saying Hunter chase target. So this is kind of what I'm talking about when I say it's annoying when people don't communicate, because my actions are based off of what the hunter does. Okay, there you go. There you go. That's a great call from the lawyer. That he's saying that he's not going to... We know he's... Well, I would never say the hunter is chasing someone. I would always say the hunter's going in that direction. So just avoid that direction. Play the game slow. Play the game chill. Unfortunately, the callouts are a little bit late. So it makes it... It means I'm wasting a little bit of time not getting on the server. But in an ideal world where people are immediately telling me, hey, the hunter's not on me. Oh, hey, the hunter is on me. The hunter's chasing me. Get back on the server. Get back on the cipher. That's the name of the game. I'm going to let Lawyer pop here first because I don't want him to pop the last cipher with the hunter being, like, on the same side of the map as he is. Oh, man. There's so much to explain, bro. Alright. Dungeon is at... Fake gate. I hate that area because it keeps thinking Central Station. Okay. He's not chasing. See, this is a great example. He's not chasing anyone. We're going to get off. We're going to play it slow. Okay, there's our heartbeat. Yep, he went for the gate. You guys hear that? I heard him hook. He hooked towards the gate. Now, we might not escape, but look at how much time we're wasting. Oh, God, this is not good. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, that's a little bit sad. That's a little bit sad. We didn't even get to use our ability. It would have been really hard anyway, because we were just not in a good area. I could have vaulted that window. I should have vaulted that window. I didn't know where he was. I should have just vaulted that window. They're still going to escape, though. That was my bad. I'm so busy explaining. That I also have to keep my head in the game. I actually need to be thinking about the game. But anyway, long story short, if the hunter's not chasing anyone, don't do the objective and make it so easy. Okay, let's imagine I didn't get off the gate. I know it's really hard to, because you can only see what happens if the wrong thing happens. It's so much easier to see when the wrong play is the wrong play than when the right play is the right play. But the idea is that, let's say I didn't get off the gate. I would immediately die. There's no way I'm surviving the hook if he finds you from far. Okay, my ability is not going to help anything in that situation. He finds me. He might chair me. He probably would have time to chair me, and then he'll teleport to the other gate before they can get the gate open. Now we have someone on chair, and we have someone else being chased. All because I got greedy, I did the gate, and now he gets to start his next chase very quickly while someone else is dying on chair. What does that mean? That means someone else now is required to save me, otherwise we're going to lose the game. And he knows that, so by the time he kills that other person at the gate, because obviously with teleport it's very easy to get your next chase started and kill them, he's going to kill that guy, knowing that someone else is coming to save me, and then it's gonna be a back and forth game domino effect. We would just eventually lose. Okay, that's the principle. That's the principle of the game. In that stage of the game, I didn't get to it because I'm in the middle of explaining, but we were entering the kiting phase where we're no longer worried about hiding. We're no longer worried about rotating. We're more worried about kiting. The hunter knows where we are. We should be preparing to kite in the area we're in. I kind of messed up. But anyway. In that phase of the game right there, you would prepare for dungeon kite. You would kite with the fake gate area that you have right there. That area is called fake gate, where the dungeon spawned. You could also use the in-game names if you want to. I never go by them, or almost never go by them, but you can go by them if you want to. Just know no one's going to understand you. It all comes down to just understanding, like, the essence of the game. The essence of the game is hunter needs to kill someone. Hunter needs to, in order to kill someone, you need to find them. When you force hunter to walk after you and run after you, you don't give them a quick start to their game. And that's the idea. It's a lot harder to do early game, I will say, because early game they know where everyone is. They can see the spawns. But later game, like when they kill someone and they no longer know where everyone is. They might know based off ciphers, but if you get off, they no longer really know, and that's what you're relying on. That's what we did in the tournament when I was playing with PR. That's what we did. When someone died on charity, what did we do? No one was doing the cipher machines. Everyone was playing it slow. The chat was going crazy. What are they doing? Get on the ciphers, get on the ciphers. Getting on the ciphers is exactly how you die. Because the hunter needs someone to put them on chair. If they can't find anyone, then they could be doing other things. They could be healing. They could be making it harder for the hunter to start their next chase. They could be searching in chests. The chest items are going to make it easier for them to kite the hunter, and that's bad for the hunter. Obviously, that's bad for the hunter. They could be doing all sorts of things. The hunter wants you to decode the cipher because you gain nothing. You don't gain anything from chase, and most of the ciphers are in bad areas. They want you to do those ciphers. That's the whole idea. And the whole chat is falling for it. If they were the one playing, they would be getting 4-man right now. That is exactly what would be happening. It's the reason they're not playing, and that these other people who have played the game way longer are the ones playing. That's why they're the one making the decisions, because they know that their opponent is searching for them, and that their opponent's win condition is to find them. It sounds so simple. It kind of feels silly to even talk about it, but his win condition is to find people. Who would have guessed? If he can't find people, he's not going to be able to kill them. Who would have guessed? So yeah, more importantly, I should mention when is a good time to get off the ciphers. When the hunter's not chasing anyone, and when you guys can do other things. What other things, you might be asking? Healing. If there's someone injured on your team, guess what? The hunter wants to go find them because they're the easiest target. What should they do? Not heal. Not heal. Oh, sorry, not heal. Obviously heal, not decode, I mean. Not decode. Don't decode, because if you decode, then you're not increasing your health states. You're not making it. You're not giving a longer chase to your team. You're not going to give them more time to decode in the case you do get chased. So you play it slow, and if no one is getting chased, then the heal is free. You guys don't lose out on anything. Yes, you guys didn't decode, but the hunter also didn't chase anyone. And that's like the basis of Survivor, really. That's like the pure basis of Survivor and Hunter. Is that the Hunter desperately needs someone. They want to preferably find a half-health person. And if they can't find them, then the Hunter is going to be like, well, what do I do now? Do they walk to Ciphers? Do they try to hope they find someone in random areas of the map? Oh, what a lucky wanted order. This is a good example of how not to heal. You don't heal near the Hunter. This is exactly how not to take control. Why would I swing there? These low tier knights are crazy, bro. They're crazy. Obviously, I would use my ability to get closer to him. I can't swing that close, but whatever. Enough said. That's unfortunate. I kind of needed a blink there to avoid the antiquarian, but I just wonder if we should go for the antiquarian at this point. Ew. Okay, I do need to focus on this game. You gotta focus on the game right here. Did she vault? No, she didn't vault. She might vault now. Ugh. Okay. We're not gonna kill her anymore. Whoa, why are you guys together here? This, again, well, do you want to guess what he was probably doing? He was probably wanting to do the Cyber Machine. And now he just gave us a really quick start to our next chase. Where otherwise, we probably would have had to take time, try to find someone. Now he's dying immediately. He's paying the price for it. Immediately. And he didn't play slow, and he paid the price for it. Hunters like Opera Singer, Go Man, Hula Baloo, Shadow, these are the best hunters in the game. Some of the best hunters in the game. Because they have such insane mobility that they could be in so many places of the map at the same time. So it forces the survivor to play slow because just running is not going to cut the bill. Just running in a straight line and hoping for the best is not going to do much when the hunter is so insanely fast, when the hunter has such insanely good mobility. What is the Antiquarian doing right now? Okay, we also need to keep an eye on the ciphers here. It's a little bit difficult to talk, play, and not getting pallets done at the same time, but we're making it work. Oh, that was a pretty good fly wheel. We're gonna let this guy go. Everyone is at half health, so if I just make sure that... Oh, the sub's already primed. Was the Cypher shaking without me noticing? I think the Cypher might have been shaking without me noticing, because there's no way it was only just now starting to shake. Okay, I guess we'll just break this, because otherwise she's going to put the red thing. Dude, I need to focus on the game. We're going to lose to random low tiers. We could wait it out. Yeah, they already escaped. Ooh, I messed up my dash too. I hate the trees. But yeah, don't give easy starts. Don't give easy starts to your chases, long story short. That was, again, that's like my bad because I'm not paying attention to the ciphers. You should be paying attention to the ciphers in that situation. This is like a hunter thing at this point, but it's so difficult. Talking and playing and checking. Ideally, you should be checking. And I just also lost the knight. Like, the knight just went across the map. Because I'm so busy having to, like, stop and actually, like, let my mind rest a little bit. But we shouldn't have lost that game. Or tied that game. Do you still play 2v hunter matches? Not really. We don't really have anyone to play with. Or I guess, like, Miki would be the one person I play with. But Miki is not asking me every day. Explorer is the best survivor. Explorer is the best survivor. Yes, Explorer is the best survivor. Thank you to Explorer Kurt. You got distracted at the end? No, just a little bit. Just a little bit. I thought that cipher just started shaking. If that cipher just started shaking, that means like we have plenty of time. We could lose progress on other ciphers and we'll be fine. But no, it was already primed. So that's really unfortunate. At some point that game I just didn't notice that cipher was shaking. Seki, what did you feel about everyone? Oh, they changed 2v8? I didn't even know they changed 2v8. How do I feel about the boogie bag? That's already been in the game. You had to buy that from the phone booth. Are you saying people are starting with that item?
Oh.
I didn't even know they changed 2v8. Do you start with it? I don't know. Maybe it's a good change. Maybe it's not a good change. It's until they nerf the cipher speed. 2v8 will not be balanced for hunters. Like, it helps the survivors, but it also helps the hunters. So no one really gained an advantage. If anything, I think the survivors gain an advantage. Because the survivors get a lot more points for getting chase, and now they can buy an item mid-chase. If anything, I think it might actually make survivors even stronger now. Because survivor items change your kite a ton. Hunters, they start with whatever they get. No. Like, yeah, you can buy a pill now as a hunter, I guess, but come on, guys. A little bit of speed is probably not going to fix your target now suddenly footballing across the map. Like, let's be real here. Hello. Yeah, that sounds extremely unfair. That sounds extremely unfair now that I think about it. Okay, no one is decoding here. Oh, wait, is someone decoding here? Again, I'm not paying attention. Obviously, you want to chair on the cipher machines. Whatever, we'll chair in the corner as well. It's whatever. I'm not going to overthink it. So someone keeps missing calibrations? Don't know why or who. It seems very strange that he's the only one here and he's coming this late. He already used his flywheel too. We're gonna try to stuff him here. If we can't stuff him, maybe we can earthquake him. We do miss the earthquake. Dude, come on. I didn't look at that. I looked last second. Some of these survivors can get pretty annoying if you're distracted. If you just focus up, their stupid strats won't work. Like, what was that pallet vault? And that was so stupid of me to look at him, dude. It was so obvious he's gonna do that. Oh, this is looking like a pretty nice chair. Yeah, now he has to move survivors entirely, which wastes a lot of time for the survivors. Man, this guy's just spamming his abilities. He has tide, so he probably doesn't have flywheel. We do have warp for that, for whatever that embalmer's playing. See, it is pretty good against Peddler right here. He doesn't even have to vault it. Dude, he gets his ability back quickly. Like, he just spammed that not too long ago. Oh, look who came back. So yeah, obviously we're gonna go after the Matador now that he exposed himself. We could have warped on the Matador. Honestly, with 3 servers remaining, we could have warped on the Matador, but it does, it loses a lot of cypher pressure. Like, we have an embalmer in front of us, we have another forward right there who's probably not expecting a warp. Hunters have their own element of surprise too. It's not just survivors hiding. But yeah, that's why you gotta play around everything. You gotta be aware about all the things. They need a nerf Matador? Yeah, I'm thinking they probably should nerf Matador. He does seem very good. We could outrange him with the with this ability. With the gem ability. It wouldn't be bad at all. I meant to move my joystick right there, but he anyway has this wall. Honestly, wait, we could actually lock him up like this. Oops, I didn't mean to swing there, but anyway, it still works. Actually, is it gonna work? Yes, it is. Okay, that's kind of bad against Peller then, because that's a pretty good place to put your vine block. And now, like, she blocked off you from circling the pallet. And you got a vine out of it. That's pretty good. You assume Matador loses his effectiveness in higher ranks? Hunters are really good at their hunters, obviously. But no, I don't think that's the case. If you're saying that, then I would say it's a little bit too early to be assuming something like that. Like, he's a very technical survivor. How do you think he should be nerfed? Slower speed gains? Maybe the hunter shouldn't move so slow after he hits them. I have a feeling they could reduce the slowdown when there's other people nearby. That's something they could do. Because it's a little bit free how he could just come in and hit them. I don't see anything wrong with giving him a limit on his abilities too. I don't think he deserves to have infinite abilities. But I don't think that's getting changed at this point. I mean, if you were to ask me how would I nerf him, I would make his ability not infinite. That's the biggest thing I would change. We'll do one more hunter match here, and we're gonna end it up. We're gonna finish up. By the way, Survivor Rank is already finished. I don't know if people know that. Anyone who's watching or Major probably doesn't realize Survivor Rank already finished. Survivor Rank in America, just going off of server time, it goes. Afternoon is 12 in the afternoon to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Then there's 7 to 9 in the evening, and then there's 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. Which I never do 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. And I don't really ever do afternoon either, because obviously I have school, and if not for school, then people have work. So none of those times really work that well, except evening. But evening is like that one mode that I always make time for. So you can definitely play rank by just playing one session a day. You don't have to play every session. Oh no! I already have a vine. Oops. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, before a.m. to 6 a.m. is insane. Most people don't live in central time zones, because the times I'm talking about right now are central time zone times. This is why you don't talk while playing the game. Okay, well that's a little bit embarrassing. So yeah, you where was it talk? What was it talking about? Hold up. 1, 2. Okay, there's the other guy. 3. Hello. You have flywheel? We don't have Berserker. We're not gonna stop him. He would anyway beat us with the ball if he uses it properly. These guys are too funny, dude. Man, give me the hit! Dude, too bad I wasted that warp. The warp would be so good on the cowboy right here. He's holding his lasso. Holy, he got so far away. Where is he holding his lasso, though? Oh, he's going there. Man, too bad I don't have warp. We would be able to stop this whole transition right here. I should have just picked up that fire investigator, or just not killed him. Also could have done that. I'm gonna guess he is standing in the corner. That's why I didn't try to turn the corner with the vine, because the vine can't turn that corner if you stand around there. So thinking about what a good survivor should do there, had a feeling that he would stand around that corner. Yep, he did. We could see his cowboy hat through the wall if we needed confirmation, which is kind of funny. Honestly, guys, all things considered, wasting a warp in this game. This game's not going so bad. Hello, are you gonna get off your cipher? Okay. Can we hit him still? Man, and having to chase mercenary really sucks. Okay, nice. But we don't have that bad of a cipher split here. This is workable. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Whoop! Nope. What's going on over here, guys? You guys having a heal fest over here? Where you guys at? Why are you leaving me out? I want to be a part of it. These guys are playing very slow. Okay. Free hit. No, I didn't mean that. Oh, we gotta focus up here because you cannot mess around with Peddler. I'm gonna let go of that cipher on middle. I'm gonna let go of that. We're gonna guard this one here. These 3 ciphers are gonna be our main focus. Thank you for picking up music boxes. It gives me a guaranteed free hit. Thank you. Makes my life a lot easier. So yeah, we're gonna just give up middle. That cipher's almost done anyway. I'm just gonna guard these middle ones. Probably has flywheel. I'm just gonna leave her on the ground, I'd say. No? Okay, well, I guess that's alright. That's not bad to have either. We're just healing right now. But they're not going to have time to double heal unless they prime the other heal. Oh, there's the dancer. Let's go after the dancer. Dude, I'm expecting her to turn around. These guys are just running in a straight line. Come on. So annoying, dude. Okay, wrong one. Somehow ended up hitting him anyway. Works out. Look at our good friend Fire Investigator. Oh. That guy doesn't even have any self-heal progress. Yo, Mercenary, if you're preying on that guy, self-healing, I got bad news for you. No, that's just Mercenary. Good time to scratch my head. Scratching my head moment. Hello. He's learning, heartwarming. He's learning. We'll give him a break. He could have so easily just elbow padded past me and hope he doesn't get stuck on me, of course. Nah, you just gotta walk in the vine for a little BM value, you know? Interesting buys this match. Oh my god. Listen, I don't know why they're not trying to dodge the vine. They just run a straight line. Is Cowboy still strong? Has Cowboy ever been strong? Cowboy has not been strong since 2019, I think. And if not 2019, then 2018. They nerfed Cowboy a long time ago. The one thing that made him good, insta lasso saving people. Like, they didn't just, like, sit on your back. They actually, like, got revived as well, like a forward stun. They removed that, and ever since then, Cowboy's been trash. Listen, Cowboy's just been trash. You lose way too much lasso for the fact that you don't even save the people. They just stay knocked down. And they gain like struggle progress, but 10% is nothing. 10% is nothing. Wildling gives more struggle progress than Cowboy, and I would say Wildling does the job better than Cowboy. Like, it's so sad. So sad. They gotta bring back the old Cowboy. No, Cowboy has not been good for a long time. Cowboy's not been good, no time recently, at least. So when you say still good? Dude, you must be coming back to this game 7 years later. Cowboy's been long gone, bro. He's not used in high tier at all at the highest level. Sure, you got some rank trolls who are like trying to make Cowboy work. But there's no consistency to Cowboy besides like insta lassoing and to save them when they're knocked down. But they're knocked down and then you bring the person to you, and that's a bad thing as a harasser because now the hunter wants the harasser and the target to be together. That's what makes forward better, is that when you save the person, you force a hunter to go back after the person you just saved, getting the pressure off of you, allowing you to reposition. Cowboy never gets that chance. And that's what makes Cowboy mid. Anyway, guys. Cowboy good in Mammoth. Cowboy you can make work in low tier. But a lot of hunters, I feel like a lot of hunters will realize in the higher tier, or should realize, that when you let the Cowboy lasso, you gain so little struggle progress on the person that you could legit let the Cowboy lasso the person 3 times. And only after the 3rd time they would struggle free, and that's what you have to be worried about. But because the cooldown is 10 seconds, because you just bring the person to the Cowboy, and then you go after the Cowboy, and the Cowboy has to drop the person, and the guy will get picked up immediately again. Like, you need to be in the right area. You need there to be a pal by you. The pal has to be a good pal. You also have to not get hit by an ability, which will cause you to immediately drop the guy. You also can't vol windows, or not vol windows, vol pallets, which is another issue with Cowboy, but yeah. Cowboy was really good back then, back before they nerfed the one thing that made him really fun, really cool. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for the stream. We got to do a Cowboy stream one day, that being said. Because Cowboy is a lot of fun. I'm useless until I'm broken. What am I? An egg. Is an egg useless until it's broken? Not according to science. Not according to my biology class where they used an unbroken egg to teach you about osmosis or something like that. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining. I will see you guys later. I stream every Monday and Thursday from 20 to 22 EST or 19 to 21 if you want to use my time zone. Guys, that being said, thank you so much for joining. I will see you guys later. Take care. This has been Psyche with less crazy hair maybe in the future. Take care, everybody.